Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? And welcome back to another episode of Arsenal Uncensored, the first episode of 2026. Happy New Year to everyone. And yeah, we've got a lot to go through today, people. As we know, it's January, so the transfer window is now open. We're talking if Arsenal do any business in this transfer window. We're talking about the title race, of course. Man City dropping points to Sunderland. We smashing up Villa, and we move to Bournemouth, of course, tomorrow. And look who's here, man. First show of 2026, Mr. Tony Claude's in the building. Tony, my brother. Happy New Year, bro. And how you doing, man? How's your Christmas, bro? Was it good?
If you're not 4 points clear at the top, I don't want to hear you chat about numbers. You man are my youngest. See, Josh, I told you. See, people, yeah. Hey, listen. See, people. Happy 2026. Yeah, I'm here with my bro, Josh. See, it doesn't get better than this on our first show, doing our thing. See, people, this is enough statement that this year, me, Josh, we're taking over, people. Champions League popping off. Our show popping off. People, this is it. Killer year for us, people. Killer year. And I hope you guys, spent your new year doing great things. We're running the new year. Let's have a proper year, and good tidings to you all. And it's all good. We have our rivals, yeah. I mean, see, Josh, yeah. I mean, just before we even get into all this shenanigans, yeah. I mean, we have our rivals in trouble, yeah. I mean,
yes.
Man United drawn against Wolves. I mean, we're gonna talk all about that. I mean, we have to bring it to the table, yeah. And we have, our rivals in Chelsea. I mean, those little young boys, yeah, Yasa TV, and the rest of them, yeah, sacking the bum manager. I mean, see, bro, I mean, this is Arsenal's year. It's our season. And then City goes down there to the Stadium of Light and go and, shut shit up and get a draw. See, people, if you are not 4 points at the top of the table, I don't want to hear you man chat about numbers. You man are my youngest. Welcome to the show, Arsenal Centered. Let's go, people. Let's go.
Big up everyone, man. Smash the likes on both channels, of course. On Tony's chat, big up everyone coming from his channel, and same on mine. Make sure you're subbing to both if you're new watching as well. Make sure you get your comments down below. Drop your thoughts, drop your questions. We'll get all through it today, people. I've just heard Tony say it like there. I've just heard him say it's our season in the Premier League. Is that correct, Tony? You're saying this title race is ours. Take it away, man. Man City drop points. We smash up Villa. Take it away.
My G, I mean, it's clear to see. I mean, what else? What else is there to see? It's as clear as night and day. I mean, Josh, you remember when I told you, yeah, when we played against Sunderland, yeah? And I was telling people, I said, you know what, yeah? This Sunderland point, it's a very, very, very important point. I mean, I checked through, yeah, the matches Sunderland have lost, during the season at the Stadium of Light. Bro, it's not more than 2 this season, bro. Not more than 2. They're very strong at home. When I saw Man City bit them, away from home, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I was expecting more from them. But I mean, when you come to the Stadium of Light, that's how it goes. See, we're in the Premiership, yeah. I mean, I saw lots of Man City fans, yeah, running their mouths, yeah. I mean, just talking recklessly, yeah. And now they're humbled. And now they're saying, oh, it's just 4 points. No. That wasn't the energy. You guys, I mean, talked about it 3 days ago, 4 days ago. That wasn't the energy. I mean, keep the same energy for the whole thing. And now they're now asking us questions like, well, you didn't beat Sunderland. And I mean, all this nonsense rhetoricals. But the thing is that it's clear as night and day. Josh, we are in this title race. We're firmly in this title race to stay. We played against Aston Villa that were contenders. I mean, last time I checked, yeah, people put them in the title conversation. So last time I checked, Arsenal did them dirty at home. I know we'll talk all about that, yeah, because I would like to hear from you first. And then, City went to do their thing at the Stadium of Light and got a draw from there, and which puts Arsenal firmly 4 points ahead of them. See, I don't care what anyone says. That's numbers across the table, bro. That's numbers, and we need any kind of numbers we can get going through the season. So I don't want any man talking to me about well, it's just 4 points. No, it's not just 4 points. It's 4 points, people. 4 good points, well earned by Arsenal. But again, I'll throw it right back to you. Aston Villa, how do you see that matchup, bro? Before I come up with the rebuttal.
To be honest, bro, game of two halves for me. I thought that you look at that first half, Tony, it was a game of chess for me. You know, very, very cagey. I think we only had like those 2 chances from the Gyökeres headers. Villa had a few on the counter attack from Watkins, and at times the midfield when they had Onana in there, you know, there's quite a lot of space for him just to run through. But then second half, I don't know what he said to them at halftime, Tony. But you know, I said this after the game. It reminded me so much, and we were doing the game together in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid this season. 0-0 at half-time, right? Very similar game, you know, up against another sort of tactician against Simeone. You know, 0-0 at half-time, very cagey. And then we just switched it on, bro, in that game. We got the first, second, third, fourth, killed them off, yeah? Same happened against Villa. Similar type of, you know, Emery, good tactician. You know, we know he's going to be well-organised, but we got that first goal, Gabriel, and then it's switched inside of us, and we went God mode, bro, literally on them. Yeah, we killed them, and that's the thing, Tony. We've been saying in the recent games, a big criticism of this team, right, is we're not killing games off properly. We're still having these nervy endings. You think about Everton, you think about Wolves, you know, you think about Crystal Palace, we took it to penalties. You think about Villa obviously at Villa Park when they done us in the last minute, right? We're not killing teams off. Everton, again, we had to hold on 1-0 lead. It's becoming very nervy endings. But this game against Villa, bear in mind, this is top versus third. There was 3 points behind us. They're having a fantastic season. They've done us at Villa Park, right? We needed that revenge. And Tony, they was rattled at the end of the game. Unai Emery didn't want to shake Arteta's hand.
A sore loser.
Sore loser. Emi Martinez.
I thought that was corny, by the way, bro. That was corny, bro. That was corny, bro.
There's no sport. Where's the respect, man? Like, where's the sportsmanship after the game, bro? Like, I get he's got battered 4-1 by us, and he's full of emotions. He's a former team and all that stuff, and I think you can tell after that reaction that Arsenal's still personal to him. You know, what happened at Arsenal, he still got a bit of that vengeance every single time he plays against us. Yeah, but this guy just literally like took the mick at the end of the game. You know, like. And then you saw Emi Martinez as well at the end of the game, literally crashing out.
That was shameless, bro. Man was rattled, bro. Did you see how those fans rattled there?
He wanted to throw hands at some of our fans, bro. It looked like, man. He was rattled. But I look at it, bro. I think it's a huge statement. Like, to go and do that Aston Villa side, and let's not forget, Tony, there's an 11 win streak. 11 win streak, by the way. They went away to Chelsea, done them. They obviously done up us at Villa Park. You know, that was the first time since 1913. They won 11 games in a row, and they're 3 points behind us, and we absolutely battered them towards the end. You know, we had Gabriel Jesus off the bench, first touch, scores a goal straight away. The importance and the fact we did that as well, and we're missing our key player in Declan Rice. You know, that was quite impressive, and also the fact having Gabriel back is so key to this team, man. Like, I think he's one of our most important players, bro, because obviously he opens up that scoring, and you know he's going to become our highest goal scoring defender, Tony. I think it's Lauren Koscielny. I think he's going to overdo him now, and he'll be up high. So he's so key as a target man for set pieces, you know. And you look at that first goal up against. I mean, they're crying for a foul, Tony, on Emi Martinez. No chance, mate. Big up to Gabriel, man. So overall, bro, it's a massive statement. But over to you, man. What did you make of it overall, man, against Villa?
Josh. I mean, you pretty much said everything. You know, in that game. I mean, that game, coming off that drop. You know, of having you know, games that I felt like you know, it's not a very, very sustainable way to win games. Even I agree, because I'm not a good fella when Arsenal went. We lose, or when we're not playing better. I'm also down there to dish out constructive criticism. That's how it should run. That's how every sports organization, you know, that peddling in YouTube podcast or TikTok podcast, actually, you know, lay their lines. You know, you have to critique the club, you know, critically, in some way, but constructively. And at times you have to just tell it as it is. If we do well, I mean, you say as it is, bro. 3 games, 4 games before that, yeah, before this Aston Villa game, there was always this complaint. Arsenal, oh, corner kick FC, set piece FC, and then they turn it to Tony Pulis FC. Right now, and I'm hearing own goalie. I mean, all these names for Arsenal Football Club just because of how we win games. And you know what? Yeah, it's not just only abusive to Arsenal and Arsenal fans, yeah, but it's also an indictment on the management and also with the way on how we're actually winning the games, yeah. So sometimes you have to ask yourself that question: Is the way Arsenal is winning these games, is it sustainable? The truth of the matter is that it is not sustainable. Truthfully, really, it's not sustainable in any way. I don't. I mean, it would be good to get own goals. Last time I checked, it was still a viable way to actually win games. This is the truth. But it's not sustainable when you meet bigger teams, when you meet teams that are going to stick the leg, that are going to, make it a little bit tougher for you to win those games. I mean, you have to come in with a finesse. You have to come in with technical ability. You have to come in with that make your team a big team. Yeah? Good. Now, this is the thing. I love the response, mostly in that second half from Arsenal Football Club. My brother, see, people are not looking at this. We got 3 open play goals. I mean, just let that sink in. I mean, you can juxtapose it with the rhetoric, with the narrative outside, yeah, outside that game where people were saying, "Oh, is this sustainable? Does Arsenal still have that bite in them to score open play goal? Open play goals. You have to score open play goals. You have to be more fluid when you get, when you get those chances. You have to eat your dinner, in that. It's a shame that Gyökeres isn't scoring right now for us, but it's also good that the goals are actually being shared all abroad and scattered all abroad. The team members in the team checked. It's not a one-man team sport. So if every other person is actually bagging goals in this team, I'm totally okay provided it's putting 3 points, on that board for us. But this is the thing: Arsenal scoring 3 open play goals doesn't still. Yeah, it doesn't still take away that Aston Villa are contenders for this title and will put them to sleep in that way, in that manner. Yeah, made the manager a sore loser at the end of the day. I mean, see, yeah, this is the thing. Martin Odegaard, is he back? I mean, he scored a very critical goal against Brighton. I mean, I'm not the one that's going to propel his name and say, "Oh, Odegaard is back." But, bro, are we in that conversation? Yeah, that our leader, our captain, yeah, having scored a goal against Brighton, came down to the Emirates, had a very blessed game against Aston Villa, my brother. Look at that pass that he gave to Zubimendi. I mean, that's the Odegaard in the 2023, 2024 season, bro. Yeah, man, just laying that pass and carving open that defense and allowing Zubimendi just have a full frontal view of where to put the ball in the back of the net against Martinez. See, brother, man, I'm not going to be the one to say he's back or he's not back. The only thing I would have to say is that if Martin Odegaard is playing like that week in, week out, hallelujah. I mean, welcome back to the fold, Odegaard. That's the Odegaard I've been looking for. Bro.
Is he keeping Eze out the team for you? Because you look at Eze in the recent games, Tony, and he's been dropped.
Bro, that's where I have a problem, bro. I still think that Eze has a big contribution to drop for this team. Yeah, but I don't like his situation right now. But again, I still don't have problems if Eze is still resting. Mind you, this Premiership title we're seeing right now, it's going to be, an EPL push of 2 rounds. The first round, we've just come out tops on it. New Year, we're top, 4 points. Just maybe Eze and Madueke, since they're not being used efficiently by Mikel Arteta, might actually still be fresh and in fitness wise, they might still be very, very potent enough to help us out in the second half of the season. Mind you, last season, yeah, we saw serious imbalances with the consistency of our players fitness wise. Yeah, I mean, you have to. I mean, we saw Declan Rice down under knocked already before the second half of the season last season when we went head to head with Liverpool. Yeah, we saw many of our big time members, Odegaard, banged out. Yeah, injured. Yeah, we saw Saliba banged out. We saw Magalhaes packed out for a while, and our season went down the hill. This season, maybe some of these players that are on the bench could actually come back in the second half and stake a big claim, yeah, fitness wise, in what they contribute to the team. That's the only way I'm taking solace in this Eze thing and this Madueke not playing, all of a sudden he scores against FC Brugge and man is now on the bench. Maybe in the second half of the season, maybe it turns out good for us. So for me, it's an advantage, provided the players we're feeding right now are doing the job, they're putting 3 points on the board. It's not really a problem. In the second half of the season, that's where I'll now start saying, oh, okay, Mikel Arteta, we have a big problem, innit? But right now, we're winning games. And again, bro, we have lots of games coming up, bro. Ordinary in the month of January, Josh, you know this, I know this. We have about 9 games this month, bro. We have to rotate. It's clear. We have to rotate. If we use the same amount of players or the same players we're using in this Premiership games to go big in this other top games, bro, we're gonna rue it. It's gonna be a big mistake. So that's why I'm very happy that Eze is fresh, Madueke is fresh, and it's all good. Let's just see what happens, bro.
No, I hear it. I think with Odegaard, all it is now for him is a consistency. Like this is. I mean, if you remember, we came back to start the season. Was Olympiacos? He played really well. West Ham, he played really well. We had them 2 games back to back, and then after that, obviously, he got injured again. He got another injury setback. Again, then he was out. Now he's on his way back. Like again, now it's all about whether we get the consistent performances. Because last season, you and I both know, that wasn't acceptable for a captain of Arsenal last season to perform like that. And I get he had the ankle problem and all this at the start of the season, but we was playing games. We was relying on this guy as the captain to get. I remember many games last season. He just wasn't stepping up for me. But 2 recent games now, he's looking back to, to that sort of player that we know he can be a few years ago. But it's all about if he can keep it consistent now, man. Because that's the main thing with Odegaard. But I think a lot of players really stood out in that second half, Tony, man. Zubimendi, for example, as well. Like, are we actually using this guy in his correct position? Because I know we use him and Rice and, he's claiming as a 6 sort of thing, right? But you saw that run into the box that he made, Tony, for the Villa goal, right? This guy is actually not that.
Which one?
We beat for the goal, for his goal. That
what are you
run
talking
that
about
he made.
now?
Zubimendi.
Okay. Zubimendi, yeah.
Yeah, are we using him in his correct position? Because he's meant to be coming as a 6, right? Like, and I'm seeing this guy going forward, making these runs, bro. He actually ain't like this guy's built like a number 8 for me, people. Like, but I was saying,
Josh, don't run faster than your shadow in that one, bro. Don't run faster than your shadow in that one, bro. I mean, we're talking about Zubimendi, new to the Premier League. People keep forgetting this thing, bro. I mean, you still need time. And again, he's still manifesting whatever he's got in his wheelhouse, bro. We have to be very, very careful. We need to tread carefully in this thing, He came in. Partey is not in the football club. There's actually no one to literally be there for him to really, really just walk. I mean, just walk the Arsenal way with him when he came down. That's a full-fledged Arsenal defensive midfielder. Wright is not a full-fledged Arsenal defensive midfielder. We're using him in that number 8, and is the best in that number 8 area. However, if Wright is not around, which was the situation that we found ourselves on the day, yeah, then
Hmm.
then maybe, just maybe we could, find a way. But since Declan Rice is still gonna be in this team, I don't think there's any way in which we're gonna be using Martin Zubimendi in that number 8 position. And guess what? One of the favorites in the team is coming back in Kai Havertz. If he's not going to be favored in that striking position, Arteta might just play him in that number 8 position. So where is the chance for Martin Zubimendi to actually strut his stuff in that number 8 position? I don't think so.
No, no, but Rice played 6 at West Ham, did he not?
No. I'm talking about if, because Rice is a very, very important player to
Oh, for sure.
Arsenal. He's never going to sit on the bench while Zubimendi is going to play number 6. It's not going to be possible. So, what are you saying now? Are you saying Declan Rice should go to number 6? And are you
And
now saying Zubimendi should play in that number 8 area?
but yeah, because Rice played number 6 and Zubi goes number 8.
So who is more efficient in that number 8?
Well, we've seen Rice play there for a long time. We haven't seen Zubi play there yet, have we? We haven't seen Zubi been given a go there yet. But I'm saying like watching him second half performance, bro, Zubi was
Yeah.
superb in that second half, man. He was superb in that second
Hmm.
half, and I'm seeing him make some runs. I'm just saying, I'm like Rice. I mean, we all know Rice is when he's at West Ham, and I think when he plays national team as well, right? This
Yeah.
guy's
Yeah.
natural in a number 6 role. But listen, Arteta probably won't change it anyway, Tony. You and I both know this, but it's just something that
Exactly. He's not going to change it. Yeah, he's not going to change it. He's not going to change it. And again, this is the thing. I think Rice is a big, big, big carrier of the ball for us for the Arsenal. And I think it's fast. I think it's pacey. I think he's doing a great job in that position. Yeah. So this is just an eye opener. This is where and I'll side with you. It's an eye opener. So when someone of the ilk of Declan Rice is not in the team, and then you need that kind of person to just, okay,
Mhm.
let's see if we can change roles. Let's see if we can just switch things up. Then you can use Zubimendi. And again, I've always said this when Zubimendi was about coming to the football club. Many other people were saying, he can't pass the ball really. His passes are not really that good. Can he cope? The people. Zubimendi have shown us time without number that he can cope with the heat of the Premier League. He can do it. It's in his wheelhouse. He can. He can. You can tuck him into that number 6, protect our back four. He's gonna do it. Yeah, he has. He has committed some very, very silly mistakes where he has dropped the ball in the middle of the park and allowed, the opposition team to. I mean, he's made that kind of mistakes in the season. Yeah, at least maybe 2 or
Mhm.
so. Yeah, where he's not quicker to actually mop up his job down there in the middle. But again, he's just new to this league. This is first season. This is the season where he's gonna, kind of like acclimatize with the team, harmonize with the team, and I'm not judging him for that right now. So what is there is let's keep him in that 6. When and again, Arsenal keep most of the ball, we keep most of the possession anyway. So if maybe we do need him to make those runs at times, maybe they could switch it up with Declan Rice a bit and just make that kind of run that he made when he scored that goal that Odegaard sent to him. It could make. That's what I'm saying. We need this kind of like interchangeability between Rice and Zubimendi at times, just to switch places just a bit. Because Partey and Rice were doing this same thing. If you remember last season, weren't they?
Mhm. Mhm.
When they
Yeah.
were switching sides just a little bit. Yeah. Partey in
True.
6 sometimes, Rice in 6 sometimes, and they just kind of like just party together and make it happen. So that kind of thing can happen with Zubimendi. But again, who do you put in that number 6 when Rice is not around? So okay, let's say you put Zubimendi down there in that number 8 area. Who are you
Mhm.
going to put as our defensive midfielder? Not guard. We're not really quite sure about his fitness levels in it. We're just trying to bed him into games now. He's having good games now, but for how long can it be sustainable?
Well, this is why we need cover there for me, because at the end of the day, look who he played. in that midfield against Villa. You know, we had to play Mika Marino in that midfielder position again, which quite clearly for me ain't the one, is it really? Like Marino, we know up front, I'd have him off the bench, you know, like 20 minutes, half an hour to go. We can come on. We know he has a few goals in him. He can, you know, be clutch in that sense. But starting games in the midfield, Tony, we're seeing this experiment, and as much as it, you know, it worked in the second half, you know, but let's not forget in the first half, Onana was bossing it. Onana was bossing it. I don't want to be sounding negative here because we won the game 4-1, and that's all. I get it. You know, 4-1, great result. We battered them in the second half. They took Onana off. They took Onana off at half time. They bring on John McGinn, right? But I'm saying we've seen this before with Marino starting in the midfield against Liverpool at Anfield, wasn't it? Man City with a 1-1 draw. We lost to Liverpool. Man City 1-1 draw. It's not the one. We need a proper cover there, because now Declan Rice is out injured. We're gonna again knee injury and all this. They're saying it's 2 weeks. They're saying he'll miss a Bournemouth game, but you know it's a knee injury. This is where it's all the ligaments, man. Like we have to be careful with this type of injury, man. Like we're seeing a lot of these players get these knee injuries, and they're worse than people expected them to be. And I don't know if you heard what Declan Rice said to Morgan Rogers after the game. He said, "My knee's effed" to him. He said, "My knee's effed," and he started showing him and everything, and it was like quite concerning, quite worrying, you know.
I'll just say something, just to be very clear with what you've just said. Arsenal Football Club have actually come out like officially and said that that's due to a precaution on his knee. That's why he's not playing. Let's get that right. It's not due to any ligament damage. It's not due to anything. But there was actually evidence of swelling on the knee down there on his right knee. You know, so when you have clear evidence of swellings in your knee, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's ligament or tendon damage, within the knee itself, but it's just that it's inflamed in a way, and you can't be playing with an inflamed knee when you're playing against the likes of Aston Villa. So this is the truth, he needs to rest. And again, see, Josh, this season, it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be an EPL charge of 2 halves. We have to rest players. I'm still looking at Jurriën Timber, and I'm still saying, this man has played, bro, the kind of games this guy has played, bro. These guys are vulnerable to injury, bro. At some point, we will have to look back and say, you know what, Declan Rice, I mean, you have to sit this one against Bournemouth. And again, Josh, I'm always of that belief, when we claim that we have squad depth in this squad, why don't we flaunt it, bro? Same thing you said. You saw similarities of Zubimendi and of which Rice have played in that position. You saw similarities in how he can bump forward. Why don't we just switch things up? Put Zubimendi in that maybe in some compromising situations around that number 8 area and switch it up with Nodgaard playing in that defensive midfield role just to give us a little bite in it. But again, I'm still wary about using Marino, because if Declan Rice is out of our midfield, I really do think that Arteta would definitely be trusting Marino to come in place of Declan Rice. And we all know that Marino in midfield, it looks very, very untidy. When he played against Aston Villa, there were really, really times where I had nervous moments of him playing. It was, just at the end of fouls, it was dragging, it was pushing. At one time, I thought that he was going to be red carded. I was praying for Mikel Arteta to just substitute him so that we don't get a red card, so that we don't start pursuing the game yet again from a winning position. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But Declan Rice is out. We beat Aston Villa without him. And this is my question to you, Josh. Because let's do this evenly. In a big game like that Aston Villa game,
yes,
and we smacked them up in that way, did them dirty, massacred them, in that way, in that manner. 4 goals to 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge result against a contender for the Premier League. Yeah, and
Fact.
we're doing it without our one of our best in midfield in Declan Rice. Is Declan Rice's? I mean, the way we talk about Declan Rice, yeah, in this team, yeah, is he expendable in some way in some certain games? Is he expendable? Can we do without him? Because if we're beating Aston Villa without him,
Mm.
I'm having some certain kind of ideas. If we're doing Aston Villa dirty in that way, that's a big team. And if we're doing them dirty, then just maybe, we can be able to trust our squad depth in the absence of Declan Rice. I don't know. What do you think?
So okay, yeah, no, it's a good question because I look at it this way, right? Rice for me is one game against Villa, Tony. Like if he was say it's not gonna happen because as you said, it's swelling, right? Say if Rice was out for
Yeah,
like a month, just for example, are you telling me that you would trust a Norgard to step in or a Mikel Marino to step in? I know this is why we bought Norgard as a bit of squad depth there, a bit of cover there. But as you rightly
mm,
pointed out with Marino, we've seen what happened with Marino in the midfield, right?
yeah,
9 times
yeah,
out of 10, this don't work. But based on one game, I said earlier about that first half performance, that midfield was open. Our midfield is wide open. They was cutting through it time after time.
yeah,
The momentum shifted when
yeah,
we got that first goal. And then we
yeah,
got two. After that, Villa are dead at 2-0. Yeah, the game's effectively killed three for the third goes in, right?
yeah.
So it kind of papered over it a little bit. Fantastic performance, but I'm sitting there thinking, okay, say if we can do without Rice, but is it sustainable, consistent, week in, week out, going to these different type of teams, home and away, without a Declan Rice? I still think it's an absolutely massive miss.
Mhm.
If he was out, I don't think I can't trust a Norgard. Doesn't mean that he's awful. I'm not calling him awful, but I can't trust him to step in for 2, 3, 4, 5 games, 6 games in a row, for example.
Yeah.
Same with Mikel Marino for me, which is why I think in the market, maybe we should be eyeing up some
Maybe
midfielders
we
and
should
things
be
to
eyeing
bring
up some
energy.
replacement. We'll talk about that when we get to transfer window open. But again, yeah, see, yeah, Josh, we'll talk about that transfer thing, yeah. But the thing there is that we have a manager that, he always has ideas. Ideas is always in his head. Yeah.
Mm,
When he sees what we did against Aston Villa, he's going to be thinking, he's going to be saying, you know what, yeah, I'm going to be having ideas now. Like, rising play and I'm winning in this way. But why don't I switch things up to give Declan Rice some pretty much needed rest that we know as Arsenal fans he needs it. He
hmm
needs it. He deserves it. And then you have to start looking at players like Duran Timber and saying the same thing too. These guys have played a tremendous amount of games for us. So when are they going to get their rest so that we keep them fresh for the title run in? This is not
exactly.
the title run in. We're still 19 games. Oh, maybe, yeah, 19 games
Yeah,
away
19.
from
Yeah, 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 yeah.
19 games. Yeah. So we need them fresh, bro. And we need them for the title run in. You need your big time players for the title run in. So this is time to rally the troops, call the troops right now and bring in some of the players that are going to help us out down there. Timber. Right now, I want to start seeing Benjamin White playing. I don't know how fit he is to come back right now. I
But
heard he's fit to
but
come
this
back.
is the thing. This is the thing, Tony. This is when, and I agree. Timber, when we rely on this guy to play a lot of minutes. He's that good. Yeah, he's top quality. That he's one of our key players,
Mm,
week in, week out. He will step up. He's so
mm,
consistent. Yeah, and we need
mm,
that depth there to give him some rest. Right. We need that rotation there at times. But then look at who
yeah,
he's rotating with. It's Ben White, and I like Ben White. I think he's a quad. He's a good player, Ben White. Right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
he's another one, bro. Look how many injuries he's been getting recently. He came back, got injured again, came back, got injured
yeah.
again, had an injury, I think, last season, right? Is this a Tomiyasu 2.0? Because Tomiyasu was a decent player, but this guy just made a glass. And now I'm seeing Ben White
Mm.
coming back and he's got a setback. Now he's back again. Let's see how long this will last with him. These are the players that we're sort of relying on to rotate with Timber, but can I even say fully fit is my question.
That, 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 I mean, that's a question I can't answer. injuries has always been a big, massive problem with us. And again, see, even that Gabriel, yeah, we could even really see that Gabriel isn't even really that fit. I mean, you saw what happened in that game against Aston Villa,
Yeah.
just rolling on the floor and everything. People might be gimmicks, but I don't think it's gimmicks. I think it's for real. I think it's for real. I don't think that man is, has completely healed up, But again, we needed him at that time. He came on. It was that much needed threat. But is that sustainable? These are the problems. So I think that's pushing us towards this transfer window push, yeah. But again, if we're talking about the transfer window, okay, good. So do we go bring in another right? Okay, maybe another right back, another defender, and then suddenly Magalhaes is always fit to play, and then suddenly Mikel Arteta doesn't switch things up with Jurgen Timber. Suddenly those guys won't have game time. Suddenly they will be more confused and more agitated, like players like Waneri, like players like Max Doman, like players like Eze. So what do we do? And again, fitting in all these players that are angry into a team that's actually pushing for glory is a recipe for disaster, bro. You don't need in discipline in your team, mostly infighting amongst players within the team, that don't feel part of what is really going on there. So why go bring in players that are just only going to sit down on the bench? So there's also an element of Mikel Arteta, on if he really does trust any other person to come in at right back for Jurgen Timber. If he really trusts another person to come in for let's say maybe a Gabby Magalhaes. I mean, it's easy and okay if you say, oh, okay, let's go and get a Mark Gay, yeah, from Crystal Palace. But I think Mark Gay would be looking at Arsenal
no
Football Club right
chance.
now.
No chance.
No chance. He's not going to look at it right now and say, oh, I think I'm gonna get a chance to displace Gabriel Magalhaes or maybe displace William Saliba. It's not possible. And Arsenal have Mosquera who is coming back. So what's going to happen? What are you going to do to Mosquera?
Nkapie can play there. Mosquera's there coming
back. Can play there.
We can't be, for me, splitting up. Have the depth there, but we talk about a player like Mark Gay, who I rate really highly, by the way. I think he's solid, right? You can't. For me, we have one of the best partnerships in world football. I got to as in the world with Gabriel and Saliba as a centre back pairing. Why split that up? Yeah, Mark Gay can do a job. He's a top player, but do you really think he want to come to Arsenal? Bro, the World Cup's coming up, or England, right? This guy wants to play and for this England.
They want game time. They all want game time.
He's not going to settle for being a squad player, right? We've got Saliba, Gabriel, Mosquera, and Nkapie. Even Calafiori can play centre back, as we know, right?
Yeah,
too many options there, bro. And I like Gay.
And again, Mosquera is back. Mosquera is back. He's training with the team. I saw him the other day with the folks at the Aston Villa game. He's back now, mind you. While playing for Valencia, Mosquera has played at right back. Mosquera has played as part of the two centre back pairings. Mosquera has also played in left back position. Mosquera, I've also seen Mosquera at Valencia actually protect the back four. He has been pushed as a defensive midfielder, but a deep lying defensive midfielder though. So again, Mosquera, if he's back, he can also play in that right back position to give Jurgen Timber some certain kind of rest.
True.
Is there a need to go bring in another right back in the January transfer window when Mosquera can actually play in that position? We've seen Mosquera play in centre back for Arsenal. We've seen him play at left back. We've seen him play at left-sided centre back. We've seen him play as a right-sided centre back. Bro, we have enough down there, bro. It's just the injury and the timing of the injuries and to whom it happened to that really put us in a big mess. I don't think it can happen again, though. I think they might be more careful with it.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. Just quickly before we move on, the Man City game, Tony. I'm sure. Yeah, we're both doing the streams on it, man. The 0-0 draw. We saw
Josh, I'm sorry.
Go on.
Big up to everyone who was on my channel. Oregon Gunner, Gunners for Life.
Yeah, big up people,
Miss Melina, Oregon Gunner, big up to you, Miss Melina, Aces, all these people. Next year, Arsenal, Talk Fan TV, big up to all of you. Smash the like, support Josh too on his own channel too, and support my
And
channel
Johnny,
too.
yeah.
See, Josh, I wanted to ask you this question, my bro. Yeah,
Go on,
before
go
we
on.
extend into this Man City thing, Aston Villa. What we did to Aston Villa? Do you think Aston Villa are they still in this? Are they still contenders in this thing, or you think that they're pretenders? I want your honest view on that before we move into the next. I've always wanted to ask you that.
So you're asking, you think they're contenders for the title race still, or you think they're out?
No,
Or you
I
think they're
want to
out
hear
of it?
your opinion. After
On
that
Villa,
beating they got,
yeah.
yeah, I
Listen,
mean the 6 points drift. Do you think they're still contenders? Because as last week people were still calling them contenders. So what do you think? Do you think they're still contenders, or do you think they go downhill from here?
I don't think they go downhill. I don't think they go
Mm,
downhill. They're 8 points clear of Liverpool right now. 8 points,
yeah.
right? I think they've had a really good season. I think what could affect maybe Emery getting battered by his old club 4-1, the morale
Big
would
up
be low.
Cooper.
Yeah, big up Cooper every single time. That's our guy right
Big
there,
up
man.
Cooper. Happy New
No,
Year, Cooper. I forgot to send him a message. Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, Cooper, man. What a
I
guy.
totally forgot.
But yeah, like with that momentum of getting battered 4-1 by Arsenal, I think they've got Palace away, who they struggle against coming up. They've got Everton, they've got some other tests in there. Maybe we'll see a little drop off there. But I still look at Villa, I still look at Emery, I still look at their team, I still look at the way
Mm,
they've been playing this season, and they're a team that they're finding ways, even if they're not playing well, to moment of magic, moment of brilliance, whether it's Morgan Rogers, whether it's Ollie Watkins, whether it's Onana, whether it's Tielemans, like even if edge of the box when they are long range shots that goes in screamers, he's still finding a way to get results for them. And I think they deserve to be where they are, like 8 points above Liverpool. But in terms of the title race, I think that's still. I mean, is it eight? Is it 8 points ahead of them now? Or is it 7 points or 6 points ahead of them?
we're 6 points firmly away from them.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're 6 points above them now.
Mm.
I think they're Champions League, maybe third, fourth place for them. Because they're still 8 points above Liverpool, man. So I honestly think it's a 2-horse race, Tony. Us and Man City,
Mm.
personally. I don't know what you think, though.
Mm. I mean, I just wanted to find out because I don't know. People are still even putting Aston Villa firmly, in that in that contention for the EPL. Funny enough, Martinez pulled up a tweet and posted it out and said, "Hey, you know what, guys? Let's rally round. We just drop points, and the better team beat us, but it's just 6 points, so we can still, win the EPL." I mean, those were his statements, bro. He still thinks that
Mm.
Aston Villa is still going to contend. Do I really think so? I mean, you have to see their next match, yeah, innit? We have
Yeah, I
to look
mean,
at their next match to understand where their mental level really is right now and after
that's the
that bit.
thing.
Because it's not in winning those 11 wins, in a row. It's about when you make the speed bump, what happens?
Yeah,
How do
yeah.
you continue?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, if they go and bounce back against Forest, because they're at home, Villa Park, against Sean Dyche's Forest, they'll be like, all right, maybe that was just a blip for them. That was just a setback for them, and they've bounced back. If they go and draw or lose to Forest, it's like, hold on a minute, maybe this is where. And then Palace away after that, and I think Everton's coming up for
Mm.
them. If they then the momentum loses for them, and it's like, hold on, yeah, maybe they will drop off. But if it's just one defeat to us, and then they go Forest, Everton, Palace, and they all win those games, you got to think, well, they're going to at least solidify a Champions League place this season again. They're going to at least solidify
Probably,
third. But
probably,
like
probably.
we did the business. They were 3 points behind us, and we absolutely battered them in that second half, and we go
Yeah.
6 above them. But
And again, people, yeah, and again, see, it's very hypocritical, yeah, that people don't always factor in injuries. Whenever we talk about, oh, City haven't really faced the kind of devastation that Arsenal have faced in terms of injuries this season, people would say, oh, that's excuses, Arsenal excuses. Look at Aston Villa. Just because Onana had, that little problem and is out, and you saw what happened. Yeah, just because they're missing Kamara, I mean, he was suspended for that match, innit?
yeah,
Bubakar Kamara was missing in that game,
And
innit? Just
Matt
look at
and
Matty Cash.
Matty
Matty
Cash.
Cash was also missing in that game too. So I mean, see, people, you cannot erase, you can't wipe out injuries or suspensions as part of the things that's going to derail your season. Just only those misses, and look at a team like Aston Villa that has gone almost 11 wins back to back. Look at how just look at how they dropped the ball.
Mm.
So when we're talking about injuries, it's something really serious. When we say that Odegaard has been injured for quite a long time and is just coming back, it's part of the whole narrative. When we say Gabriel Magalhaes has been injured, it's part of the whole narrative. When we
Yeah.
say we've missed someone like Max Dolman, someone like Madueke earlier in the season to injuries, it's not a gimmick. It's not a joke. It's for real. We mean it. So it is what it is anyway. On to the next one.
What are we saying about City then? Because 4 points above them, though. 4 points clear. Sunderland did their business yesterday. As you said at the start of the stream, it's a very, very tough place to go to, the Stadium of Light this season. They've done up Newcastle there. We struggled against them. And what I noticed yesterday with them, Tony, is they won the physical battle, like against Man City, like they did against Arsenal. When they want to be physical, they can be really physical. And this is something the team that was missing 7 players to the AFCON due to the AFCON Cup of
The
Nations.
AFCON competition, innit?
Daniel Bullard, I think the guy who scored against us, right, was out for the game as well. So they was missing some of their key players, right? And they won the physical battle. I was seeing Ruben Diaz, get put flat down on his ass. I was seeing, Haaland having a tough time. I was seeing, like the midfield. They was Xhaka in there, like Makalele, I think his name is, their centre back. That's what I've noticed in that Sunderland game, and they had their chances as well, man. They had their chances, especially in that first half as well. But they held out with a draw. City dropped points. Obviously, we'll talk about Bournemouth a bit later on, but City go to Chelsea now. Obviously, there's a whole thing with Chelsea. Enzo's gone with them. They're going to have an interim manager, their under 21s manager against Man City. But what are we saying about this Man City team, man, Tony? Because they've just dropped points, like we did as well. To be fair, that's what I will say. Is like we also dropped points at Sunderland, so it's a very tough place to go to. But 4 points clear. I look at it like this, Tony. Like we have to keep doing our thing, we have to keep getting the wins. We have to focus on ourselves. Like people were saying, "Oh, are you scared of Man City?" It's not like I'm scared of them, Tony. It's like the thing my only concern about how we don't win this league title for me is down to ourselves. It's down to our mentality. It's down to winning these types of games and is it because we've been traumatized really in the recent seasons, bro. We got this close and then one game happens or something happens and we come crashing down. We've seen it year in, year out now. So that's the big thing for me is I want to see a mentality change this season. I want to see if we actually have it in us to take us all the way. Because look, we're 4 points clear and there's still a lot of football to play. A lot of football to play in all competitions as well. We spoke about 11 games in January, something like crazy like that. A lot of games, a lot of squad. The squad needs to be rotated correctly, and we need to keep this consistent run going. But what are you saying on Man City dropping points and overall, bro?
Basically we have 9 games in January. Just a bit of a
9
games.
We
have about 9 games. But either way, I see it quite as almost the same thing because, bro, that's much. You're playing in Europe. We have the first game of our Carabao semi-final game coming up in January. Also, we have the first part. Our start into the FA Cup competition against Portsmouth. That'll be a big one too. We have to use that one to bring in the fringes of our team into that competition. Also, I'm eyeing Kai Havertz debut in that matchup against Portsmouth. But again, we can talk about that all later on. When you look at Manchester City, again, people, I was saying this when we got that hard-fought point at the Stadium of Light. People were laughing at us, and I was like, "Why are these guys laughing, bro?" Stadium of Light. At the time when we went down there, bro, they haven't even lost any match when we went to the Stadium of Light. They've not lost any matchup at the Stadium of Light. So I was really wondering, like, where's all the whole mockery coming up, from, with Arsenal going down to the Stadium of Light and getting a draw. Historically, it has always been a very, very hard place to go and pick up points. Not talk
Do
of in
you not
recent
think
years
so?
where,
Do you not think we dropped points against Sunderland? Or do you think we gained a
bro,
point then?
no,
Is this what you're saying?
no, it's a tough place to go.
So
And
you're saying we
and
gained
and
a
the
point?
former champions in Man City are struggling to beat them in the Stadium of Light, bro. I mean, that's a testament
Yeah,
to really what's going on.
but look
That's
at
a
the
big testament to
but
what's going on.
look at the circumstances in the game though. We considered a last minute goal. We had the 2-1 lead, bro. I think that's drop
Again,
points.
against players that you said most of them have gone to AFCON. Bullets, bro, the whole goddamn machinery. The machinery weren't even there when they played against Man City. And look at what they did. That should tell you how strong and how capable a team like Sunderland really is. They're a very competitive team. They have muscle in the middle, bro. Granit Xhaka, a former captain, is down there. He's playing with them. That's a very
Mhm.
strong team. On a very good day, Sunderland will mock most of these teams this season, bro.
Mm.
They've mocked out Chelsea Football Club. I, I think Man United is the only team that lightly beat them. Also, again, I don't think Aston Villa beat Sunderland. I don't think so. Man City, they struggled. They smothered away points away from Arsenal. They smothered away points from Manchester City. See, bro, that's a competitive team. And now people could not see after that game yesterday that, oh, this guys, they're no mugs. They are no mugs. See, and there's no mug team in the Premiership. These
No,
teams are really out to disgrace here. Look at Manchester United. Yeah, Wolves, the bottom team in the league. When we played against them, we were able to get a 1-0 draw. Sorry, a 1-0 win over Wolves. And then Wolves now
we
traveled
won.
down to Old Trafford. Do you know the result? Did you see it?
Yeah, 1-1.
Did you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened? They
Yeah.
nearly won that game. Nearly, in fact, that was supposed to be a Wolves win. And this is a team that supposedly in the bottom half, yeah. I mean, in the total bottom as it gets, yeah, pause, yeah, of the league, bro, at the dregs, bro.
Mm.
The Premiership is its peak, bro. This is the Premiership. There's no easy team. There's no mortgage team, bro. Leave all that, bro. If you don't come into games with your A game, these teams will literally disappoint you. They will mess you up. So when we won against Wolves, people laughed at us. Now look at what Wolves went to do at Old Trafford. When we
Mm.
got that draw against Sunderland, people laughed at us. And now look at what they did to Man City. They won. They were winning most of the battles down there. I felt they got more of the clear cut chances, apart from the chance that Erling Haaland had in
Yeah.
front of goal. Did you see that miss, bro? I mean, we
Yeah.
can talk about
Massive,
misses,
massive,
bro, but
massive
bro,
chance.
for Haaland, such an elite striker, to just miss that kind of chance in front of goal. I mean, bro, I mean, we can get. I mean, we could talk about Gyökeres all we want, yeah, but bro, Gyökeres hasn't missed that kind of sitter, bro. I mean, when you have that kind of chance and your team is looking on, picking up points and putting pressure on Arsenal. I mean, as a talismanic striker, that's a very, very, very experienced striker. You have to be putting that at the back of the net, bro. Haaland, what were you thinking? But again, good riddance. 0-0 at the time. But Guardiola was showing he was showing his impatience. Donnarumma came to fisticuffs with part of the Sunderland players down there, trying to have an MMA fight with them. At the end of the day, that shows you the passion. That shows you what they missed. They knew what they missed down there. Yeah,
Mm.
and again, it is what it is. This type of things will happen. And again, don't sit comfortably there, Josh. Yeah, it might still happen to Arsenal. Arsenal will
Yeah.
still drop points. It will still drop points against this kind of cagey teams. Sunderland will still come to us. That will be a big, big, big tough matchup. All this, some certain teams will still come down to the Emirates and make it, a very tough one for us. We're gonna drop points, you like it or not. But we just have to make sure that it's not at the detriment of winning the league, bro. That's just it. But that's a big, big, big eye opener for Manchester City, bro. and they cannot complain that, there's no squad depth to help them out. Doku came, from the bench. Rodri came from the bench. By the way, Rodri had such an amazing
Grinders.
game on the day, bro. Amazing game for Rodri, people, but
Grinders.
again, couldn't get them over the line. Ranić was there. I mean, they had all the party poopers down there, but I mean, shit happens. It's the Premier League. This is this. I mean, this is it. So Arsenal 4 points above City. I'm not saying that's enough. Put more pressure. Go to the Vitality Stadium. Put more Bournemouth, and then we'll wait and see what happens against Liverpool. But this is the trick, yeah, Josh. Before I relinquish the mic, we play Liverpool immediately after Bournemouth. The big importance of this Man City dropping points against Sunderland is that if win Bournemouth in this game, that's why it's a must win against Bournemouth in the Vitality Stadium this weekend. And we go and face Liverpool, we can be rest assured that we are not passing the baton to Manchester City on the day. That is where this draw against Sunderland comes in handy, because whether we like it or not, Liverpool are going to bring their A game to the Emirates. Them coming to the Emirates, winning at the Emirates in a home game, it's a different conversation altogether. But we do know that Liverpool are going to come with that A game. When they play against Arsenal, they raise the bar. That's the thing. So if we drop points and get a draw in that matchup, we will still be on top of the league, and it matters.
I still think we drop points against Sunderland, though. To be fair, that's just me, because the manner of the game and the way how we was 2-1 up, Tony, and we conceded that last minute goal, it hurts, man. We could have come out there with a big, because Sunderland, I agree, they're a very, very good side, man. Very physical side. I think they surprised a lot of people as well. I heard a lot of people, probably including myself as well, saying that they'll struggle this season being newly promoted side. There's not that much faith for them, I feel like. A lot of people maybe underestimate them a little bit, and their manager, credit to him and the squad that he has there, and they've definitely surprised. I think they're up to 7th now anyway. So, fair play to them. But let's move on to what should we go? Bournemouth or the transfer window is open. I'll tell you what, let's quickly talk about the transfer window. Obviously, January now, it's open.
Oh, yeah.
Arteta saying in his press conference that, let me get the quotes up. He's saying that we'll be actively looking to strengthen the squad in January, depending on the availability of certain players. The window's there. I mean, we are Arsenal. We have to be looking at it. Our job is to be prepared because something can happen. But to be fair, I wouldn't read too much into what Arteta says, guys, because he said the same thing last January. And he said, yeah, we're actually looking, and we signed no players when we had Edu as the director. It's also came out, Tony, that we're scouting many younger players now. Like I'm sure you heard about this Buwardi guy from Lille, Mendoza from Lecce, this guy called Jean Matteo Boea from Frankfurt as well. Again, these are all 20 years of age. These are the ones that we're sort of scouting. And today, an interesting one came up today about Leon Goretzka, Tony, from Bayern Munich.
Yeah, about Leon Goretzka, innit? Are you gonna take Goretzka, bro?
I mean, look, 30 years of age.
I mean, experience, innit?
Yeah, I mean, he was a successful career at Bayern Munich with the Champions League win under Hansi Flick that season. Many Bundesligas, but he's not getting in the Bayern team at all, I don't think. He's not been in, starting games for them anymore. So, and he's on, I think, over 230 grand a week wages as well. So I think that's a big thing we've got to factor in here, bro. And whether the price tag will be thin, because there's obviously, we spent a lot, didn't we, in the summer? We spent a lot of money in the summer. We signed a lot of players in the summer. Are we really going to see Arsenal spend big money in January? I don't think we are, as much as we would like to, be honest, as fans. Like, people can say all the business they want. People could talk about Yildiz and get a left winger and, get a cover for Rice and get, if we need another, I've seen people say we need another right back, this, that. But I look at it and I honestly think with the money we spent, it's going to probably be like loan deals, bro, if we do sign anyone, Tony. But What are you saying about the January window being open and positionally wise? Do you agree? It's like we should be looking at these younger type players, or should we go for more experience like a Goretzka in the midfield, for example?
Yeah. Yeah, see, Josh, it's nice you brought this thing about the transfer window. Yeah, as we speak right now, a team has actually gotten Brennan Johnson and taken him from the clubs
Yeah,
of Tottenham Hotspur. I think that should be Crystal. Is that Crystal Palace or
yeah, Crystal
Nottingham
Palace,
Forest?
Crystal
I think
Palace,
one of
Crystal
the
Palace. Yeah,
Crystal Palace have taken him away, and I think he is going to have a very good career down there at Crystal Palace. I mean, imagine Mateta. Imagine having Brennan Johnson with all this pace and everything. It might really, really work out with Crystal Palace. But again, see, throw that all away. Yeah, teams have already started doing business already. I'm not going to hold Arsenal, on their necks right now and tell them to, to do business or do this because to be very, very clear, yeah, I was really impressed with the business we did in the summer. We have squad depth right now.
mm,
However, I would be looking at some certain kind of loan deals. I mean, when
yeah,
you spend such amount of money, in the summer, I mean, that's the budget of, for 2 years of some certain teams in the Premier League, though. Yeah, I mean, let's get that correctly. Yeah, let's get that correctly. That's the budget of many teams for 2 years, for 3 seasons, for 4 seasons. So it is what it is. Arteta coming out saying that he's confident, that they're looking at options out there in the market. I think it's true. With what he's saying, I think it's true.
with
I think it's
with
true.
with our director, with Berta as well as a director, I
With
think it
that
would be
as well
true.
as a director. So I think it's true. I think it's looking at all the options. I don't think they're looking at attacking options in terms
No,
of a number nine, but I think they're looking at winger options. That's what I'm thinking right now. And see, yeah, I'll be completely yeah, shameless, yeah, for us to just go and beg Real Madrid. Yeah. I mean, let's go petty, yeah, and just go beg Real Madrid for a loan move for Rodrigo. Yeah, bro. I mean, Semenyo is already done deal for Manchester
Man
City.
City, yeah.
That's big time firepower coming for them in the second half of the season. So if we're not careful, firepower might be a big problem. Although I like the idea of sharing the goals amongst the players, yeah, because right now Arsenal a game ago, yeah, were
Yeah.
like 5 goals away from tying Manchester City in that goal difference table. Yeah, but right now we're just 1 goal away from tying that goal difference. Good. We've scored too many goals against Aston Villa. It helps us out to actually, cover up in that goal difference area. But you
Hmm.
still sense it that we still need more chances to be created in terms of goal scoring chances, and also someone who could get more goals for us. And I'm looking at that winger area and saying, you know what, yeah, just maybe we can add one more a quality player. If that means selling one of these players, who would go, bro? I don't even mind Martinelli going, but we all know he's a favorite in this team. So, bro, I don't mind Rodrigo coming in and helping us out via a loan deal with Real Madrid. And again, Goretzka, I think, is an experienced player, bro. But again, I don't know how much it might cost. I don't know what we're going to be looking at in terms of the finances or what Bayern Munich is going to need for him. I know he's an expendable player at Bayern Munich. They're looking on taking him out, that's for sure. But I don't really know how much will really, the real valuation that they're putting, on him. That would really, really matter because I don't think Arsenal will go overboard trying to spend big time money in the market. What they are going to be looking at is going to be loan deals and favorable loan deals. That's what I think. And if there's anything in terms of monetary, in terms of money leaving the football club, it might just be something like maybe a Quinton Timber, whose contract is already running out of the down there in Holland. Maybe it might be a valuable solution to have down there an extra body in that midfield. It might not cost so much because his contract is already winding down. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to waste resources on a defender. But if they say we should bring in a right back, I don't have a problem with that. Though. If they're saying let's bring a right back, but which
Mm.
right back is available right now that can come in place
Yeah,
of Duran Timber with no drop off?
I mean
Who? Who's
we
available in
should,
the market right now?
yeah. There's not many, to be honest, that we could that would settle to be a backup number one. That,
Exactly.
there's not many, is there really? When they got
Yeah, and
Timber,
that will come in and give us a Duran Timber square kind of
there ain't
performance
many,
with no drop off. Mind you,
bro.
Duran Timber is considered as practically, yeah, the best right back in the world right now. If you're the best in
Yes,
the EPL, I think you're the best in the world. So if it's the best right back in the world right now, and as we speak, we should be
other than
bringing
a,
someone whose level should be almost
almost
close,
there,
or
yeah,
not further away that much in it. So
almost
who do
there,
you go
man.
bring now? Even in the Italian Serie A, who do you go bring now at right back?
Right backs. We were linked with this Milan centre back stroke left back, but unfortunately, this guy can't play right back. But he's 19 years of age and he's been very good this
What's that
season.
his name?
But
Balasagi, or what's his name?
yes, that's him, Tony. Yes, we've been linked with him again.
Uh,
20 years of age,
yeah, he's a young player. I like the guy
young
though. I
player.
like the guy though.
He's very similar to Calafiori because Cala played as a centre back when
Yeah.
he first started out, like him, but
Mm,
now he moved as left back. And Milan played back three this season under Allegri, and he's been playing as like a overlapping
true.
fullback up
True.
and down the whole time.
But bro,
He
I don't
scored
think
he scored
Arsenal
a
is
few
going to spend
goals.
40 million pounds in January,
That's the
bro. I
thing,
mean,
yeah,
let's
that's the
get our
thing.
heads level headed, bro.
It's a
There's
lot of
no
money,
way.
bro. It's a lot of money in
There's no way
January as well.
there's no way we're parting with 40 million pounds,
No
bro.
way,
I mean, I
no
saw your
way.
show. People go watch Josh show where he did, a marquee show about that guy Balisagi. But again, it is what it is. I don't think it. I don't think Arsenal would expend with 40 million pounds, bro. I don't think
No,
so,
no,
bro.
no. We got a question. We got a few questions from the chat. Big up to everyone in the chat, both channels as well, guys. By the
Big
way.
ups everyone. Big ups
Um,
everyone.
but yeah, Crush, big up yourself, man. He says, "Do you think we go for all in for a Rice backup? If so, who can get?" That's what you were saying, Tony. Like similar to Timber.
Yeah,
Who can we get?
Quentin Timber. That's what I said.
Quinton
Big
Timber.
up
There we
to
go.
Gunners for Life. 82. Quentin Timber. I already said it. A minute ago, I said it. I said we can bring in Quentin Timber from Holland. His contract is winding down at Holland right now.
Hmm.
We can come on a free in the summer, but we can go now and then give them something, give them an incentive right now, and then bring him into the football club. It will act as a natural cover for Declan Rice. He can play all across midfield roles, and he could also play in defense too, like his brother. But again, it depends. I don't know. I don't think Arsenal is ready to part with money. But in terms of a loan deal in lieu to paying in the next year, I think Arsenal is ready to do that kind of business right now. But how many teams want to do that kind of business, losing their marquee players in such a manner in the January transfer window with no money,
Yeah,
or with no
true.
money involved right now? So I
Yeah,
don't know. It's a cold world right now in January, in it. So most of them are looking at, recouping some cash right now, and clubs are really, cash strapped right now in January. So they might really need cash right now, and Arsenal is not ready to expend with cash right now. Probably need low moves. So it depends. What can we get with that?
mm, that's the thing,
But
man.
I do agree that Quinton Timber has the quality we want at Arsenal.
The midfield I've always liked, just coming in general for me, which I don't think will happen if it will ever happen. Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe a summer move, but Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle. He's the one I've always said I'll love him at Arsenal one day. But obviously now we got Rice, we got Zubi there.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go for a player like him. It's gonna be more, I think, of these younger type players like a Buwadi from Lille. We spoke about Mendoza. Um, who's the other guy, man? There's this other guy we're linked with as well. Mendoza, Buwadi. We've been linked with
Bro, do you think Arsenal wants to buy another player for 80 million pounds, bro? Do you think Arsenal
not
will want to do that right now?
well. He's Spanish. This Mendoza guy, and Arteta loves the
No.
Spanish
I'm
players.
talking of Bruno Guimaraes. You're talking of Bruno Guimaraes. He's in the
Oh,
he's
oh
in the
yeah, Bruno.
60, 70 million pounds, bro. Do you think Arsenal want to invest 70 million pounds again, even in the
Hmm.
summer, bro? Would
No,
they want
but
to
this
do
is
that?
no. We obviously we won't because we got Zubi and Rice there. But a play.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
But people talking about who's midfield, who's on level with Declan Rice, or who's similar level to Declan Rice, and one would be Bruno Guimaraes for
Bruno
me
Guimaraes, yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's top class.
The
But
problem would always be will Arsenal want to part with 80 million pounds when we have Zubimendi, when we have someone like Nordgaard, who is also a big
mm,
time cover to Zubimendi just in case. You know, they might be looking at it like, hey, see, none of our big time midfielders are injured. Rice injury is not a long time injury, it's just something maybe off for like 2 weeks and he'll be back. They still have Nordgaard, who, by the way, has come in certain games this season. He's come back from injury and has played quite well. So I mean, they might be looking at it like, do we really need? I mean, when we as podcasters or as fans of the football club are thinking of the players to bring on, you also have to think about how these managers and these recruiters think about the management, as in the management, how they think, how they reason things. They are going to be looking at it like Rice is there, Zubimendi is there, and we have Notgar for backup. Why should we spend another 80 million pounds buying another player for such astronomical fee? That's what
yeah,
they will
no,
be thinking.
it won't happen. It won't happen. Another question, Bill Gunner for life. What's my thoughts on Gyökeres? Still similar. You know, like for me, what I will say is that I don't think it looks pretty for him in a sense that Gabby Jesus came off the bench and his first touch, he scored that goal to get that fourth goal straight away.
Mm,
I don't think it looks pretty for him with the fact that Havertz is now back in the team and he's back from his
mm,
injury and he's been on the bench now and he's probably ready to go. And we know how much Havertz is rated by the manager. But
yeah,
I mean, the thing with Gyökeres, right, is I saw like quite a few. I've seen quite a lot of our fans. I don't know if Tony's seeing him game by game is starting to lose more doubt about him after watching him game by game. But I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans just completely say, "Nah, he's useless." I've seen people say sell him now and all this stuff. But for me, it's like I look at Gyökeres. The main thing has got to be scoring goals for sure. That's why you bought him. That was a big point.
yeah.
You know, we signed him. The goals need to come basically. You know, he's only got 5 this season. What I also will say is you don't get, sorry for my language, but you know, well, you don't get crap over night, mate. Yeah, you don't go from scoring over 97 goals in 102 games, wherever it is. People don't know if that's the exact number, but around that number, right? To then
Yeah.
perform like this. It's in his blood to score goals, surely. So I still think there's a player in there. If you look at that second goal against Villa, you look at that run that he made where Konza was so focused on him, marking him, you saw the space open up for Zubimendi to run into, right? These are the small things that he
Yeah.
can bring to this team. But that's the minimum sort of thing. We need him as our striker. The main target for him should be, and the main aim for him should be scoring goals, which again he's struggling to
Mm,
do. And he had them 2 big chances against Villa, them headers, right? I think he should have scored at least one
mm,
of those headers. So
mm.
I'm still very similar where I'm at with Gyökeres. I still think there's a player in there, but we had our full debate on this 2 streams ago, me and Tony, um, discussing everything about this. I'm still sort of saying the same things with him. I don't know about Tony, but that's the thing with Gyökeres.
See, Josh, yeah, I'm exhausted talking about this Gyökeres thing.
Yeah, it's long, bro.
Everybody on my channel, even the new shows I've been doing, bro. I mean, I had a show with our brother Arsenal Domination. Yeah,
Big up
talked
Dom. Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Gyökeres. Yeah, big ups Dom. Yeah, great guy. I had a new show with Dr. Seymour. We
Big
nearly
up
came
Dom.
to blows. Pause. Yeah, we nearly came to fisticuffs. Yeah, with that one. Yeah. And me and Josh have, me and Josh have boxed each other. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Josh has given me a couple of punches on my mouth. Yeah, talking about this Gyökeres thing. Yeah, me and Rory have, we've been at it. Yeah, a couple of
Mm.
punches too. I mean, see, it's a very divisive thing to talk about Gyökeres right now. For the first time, my friend Cooper went mad at me. Yeah, all because of Gyökeres. So I mean, this Gyökeres talk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cooper went off on me, bro. And
Yeah.
he's a very big friend of mine. So I mean, this Gyökeres thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a very divisive thing in our football club. And so I would not want to really delve into it that much. But this is the thing. This is the thing. We saw him run out again in that game against Aston Villa.
Mm.
People have always complained that, oh, we've not played to his strengths. I hear you. But what about the chances that came to him? He had
Yeah,
about
I
two
agree.
chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you agree to that? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So, in Copy, sent the ball down there from the left hand side, crossed the ball, and
Yeah.
man just hoofed it away. The second one came, I think, was that from Bukayo Saka? I don't know. When the cross came, I mean, it nearly got into the net, but still, it was skied away. It wasn't a goal. So we cannot keep saying that, oh, they're not playing to his strengths. But what about the chances that legitimately got to you? You didn't score them at the end of the day. So, I mean, and then there's this talk about, oh, okay, Mikel Arteta tweak the system, change the system. You want the manager to change a system
He
that's
won't.
kept us. Bro, even wait. How do you even expect the manager to even tweak the system that is keeping us in the Premier League 4 points away from Manchester City? Talk all you want. That system has gotten us to where we are right now and to us topping the league right now. Talk all you want. It's gotten us at the summit of the Champions League in Europe, where we've lost no matchup with any European opposition, bro.
Mm.
When we're firmly in the EFL Cup semi-finals, bro. Yeah, and we can get to the final. Yeah, as easy as in the next 2 weeks, we can get to the final. Easy, clean, because Chelsea is a club in crisis. Good. We have the FA Cup coming up, bro. We are in the FA Cup. We're fighting on all grounds, on all positions, with not necessarily our striker getting us there. So it is what it is. However, I am okay with Gyökeres playing in the first half of games. This is what I'm going to, because there are games where we might need the strength of Victor Gyökeres. However, to actually, outmuscle and out wrestle some certain centre backs. I'll give you some footnotes to that. In this game, we're going to go play against Bournemouth at
Yeah.
home. Bournemouth are a little bit more resistant. They've not won games, in recent times, but they do have tough defenders. Defenders like Yimene, defenders like Hill, defenders like Sinesi. This kind of defenders, you need that high powered number 9 to just kind of like hold them off, to kind of like put them off, knock them off the perch just a little bit, to be able to open up a play just a little bit for other attacking assets to come into the game. And now that was what Mikel Arteta was saying, in his press conference. He said, you know what, yeah, the kind of number 9 I want in my team is the kind of number 9 that would not moan, shout, and cry when he goes 6 games without scoring a goal, because he's doing something else, like he's doing some other job in the team. So you have to be ready not to score goals. However, that's Mikel Arteta. That's what he's doing. And he's okay. I mean, with what Mikel Arteta is actually pointing at,
Yeah.
he's okay with Gyökeres not scoring goals. I'm just saying, he's okay with
But
Gyökeres not scoring goals with what he has said in his press conference. So,
yeah, but
however, we can blame Mikel Arteta all we want. He's still the manager of this football club. It's not going to change. Josh, you and me know he's not going to tweak anything for this guy. He's completely okay with Gyökeres muscling centre backs,
bro, I
dropping
don't
down deep a
know.
little bit to get the ball. He's simply okay with that. However, I've seen people like Gabriel Jesus come into the game, gotten the ball, tap, tap, boom, they take a shot and they're scoring goals. So, I mean, why isn't he crying out there like no one is passing to me or something? He just comes in, gets the ball, and takes a shot. By the way, that goal that Gabriel Jesus scored from outside the 18-yard box, it was Gyökeres 100% he lays the ball away. As in, he lays the ball as a pass to other players. Why? He doesn't have the confidence. And again, bro, you need trust. You need your players around you to trust you, to give you the ball. Right now, Gyökeres is that player that's not with that trust in that team. They don't trust him. I'm sorry to say this, people. Wake the F up, people. They don't trust Gyökeres in the team right now. He doesn't have the confidence. Now, when you get the ball to someone who lacks confidence, who lacks the trust in the team, 90, 95%, 100%, he's not gonna score those goals. So they will prefer to pass the ball to people who they trust, like Trossard in the wings, like maybe a Bukayo Saka, who they really trust to be with the ball and score goals. So this is the thing. I want him to play in the first half, and right now that we have other options, and mostly with the way that we're now managing Gabriel Jesus, managing his injury and managing his comeback, he can now come in the second half to actually do something. So I'm totally okay with that. Give Gyökeres a chance, and yet give Jesus and the incoming Kai Havertz a chance to just do what he can do because Gyökeres has not made that number 9 shirt his.
I think he does change it. Not his system, but the dropping Gyökeres for Jesus or a Havertz, Tony. I think that's the thing that changes for Arteta. Because, like, you'll say what he said in his press conference, but it's all PR, Tony. Like, what do you think he's going to come out and say? Oh, he's shit, and like, what's that going to do for the guy's confidence? You know, he's going to try and big him up a little bit. So, you know, he ain't going to diss his own player, man. That's where I look at his comments there. I think he's covering up a little bit. I feel like he's saying, "Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Gyökeres scoring goals. The time will come and all this stuff." But now Havertz is back in this team, Tony. Now Jesus just came off the bench and scored that goal against Villa, right off and as you said, fantastic technique, fantastic finish as well.
Big up Conversations in the house, Jordan.
Big up Don, man.
Gunners for life. Big up to this legend in the channel. Conversations too. Big ups.
Views as well in the building, man. Big up to Views on Sport.
Big up Views, real one, absolute real one. Big up Views. Big up Views.
Yeah, big up everyone, guys. But yeah, let's talk Bournemouth, man, because that's our next game on tomorrow, 5:30 kickoff. We go away to the Vitality.
Who starts for you? Who starts for you?
Who starts for me?
Striker, Josh, don't run away from this. Josh, don't run away from this question, bro. Come on, bro. We're not doing that, bro. Bro, you don't put me in. You don't put me on the hot seat and then you just sneak away, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, don't do that, bro. Come on, man.
I tried to finesse my way out.
Conclude on that. How do you want to see the changing dynamics between our attackers right now? What should we do? Because Gyökeres is not. So what should we do now?
I think Jesus has to start for me. I think Gabby Jesus has to get a go. Yeah, listen, like you need to. What I don't think this manager does enough is I look at a player like Madueke. He scores a brace against Club Brugge. Yeah, what's his reward? He doesn't. He gets dropped. I think the manager needs to start awarding these players who like it's a player like Jesus. Yeah, he's came off the bench in the recent games. Right, he's looked sharp. His first touch was a goal, a great finish. Right, he's had enough time to get back into things since his injury off the bench. Right, I think his reward should be to start over Gyökeres. And I hope this will give Gyökeres a bit of hunger, a bit of bite into him, thinking, "Oh crap, I've been dropped now. I need to really step up my game." Now he knows there's proper competition there. Like Jesus is back, like Havertz will be back as well. I'm not saying that Havertz is the answer. Neither am I saying Jesus, because I said it before. Jesus, let's see, because this guy's unreliable in terms of his injuries. You know, we haven't had a fully fit, consistent Jesus, but now he is here and available for selection. He scored a banner against Villa. I would give him a run out for this game and have Gyökeres off the bench, personally. But what about you?
See, that's a very dicey one, yeah. But again, I'll still stick to my guns in this one. I still think that Gyökeres needs to start in this game,
Okay.
just for some certain reasons. Number one, we are still managing the injury and fitness level of Gabriel Jesus. Let's don't take that lightly. I like the way they're not rushing him, like playing him for 90 minutes, starting him all of a sudden just because he's scoring goals, or maybe just because not scoring goal because he just scored a goal, only a goal, yeah. But he's making those runs, he's getting into advanced positions, and again, he has more activity, yeah, than Gyökeres, no matter the time limits given to him. So again, I still think Gyökeres should start, yeah,
Yeah.
but Jesus should come in the second half because we're trying to manage his injury crisis. Yeah, I mean, for over 1 year he didn't play, so you know, I don't want a reoccurrence of that injury. However, with Kai Havertz, it becomes something different. If Kai Havertz, maybe not now for Kai Havertz, but if Kai Havertz plays in, let's say, maybe in the Carabao Cup, in let's say maybe in the FA Cup that's coming up, and
Yeah.
gets fitness levels added to his comeback. In the next 2 3 weeks, we can start seeing Kai Havertz fighting for that slot with Gyökeres. However, because he doesn't have that same injury PTSD the same way that Jesus has. So, we don't have to really protect him that much the same way we are protecting Jesus from a recurring injury. Yeah. So we might have to see how we could be able to switch Gyökeres with Kai Havertz, though. But for now, I will leave Gyökeres just to give him game time and to try and just get to snap him up and make and wake him up and tell him, hey, bro, you're not scoring goals, but we're still having faith in you to actually help us out. Yeah, whether we like it or not, in the second half of the season, I still have that belief in a way that Gyökeres will still fire us to something different. He just needs to, fine tune himself, fine tune how he makes those runs because he's not making those runs positionally. He's completely unaware, and just oppose that with Jesus. He's completely aware of his surroundings. Is in and about. Is where the magic happens, and that's where you want to see him. I'll give you a clear example of this thing here that we're taking lightly. Yeah, did you know the position where Trossard scored the goal that he scored against Aston Villa? Do you know where he was?
Edge of the box, wasn't it?
Edge of the box, exactly outside the box. Because people always say, "Oh, okay, we're using our outlets in this team, so it doesn't create a way where the striker can be able to find a way to just score goals efficiently because all our chances are coming through the outlets." That's a lie. Trossard scored from outside the 18-yard box.
Yeah.
He found himself there. He made a run to that position. He got there.
Odegaard against Brighton as well, right?
Exactly, bro. That's a good example. Exactly. He found himself there and it took a shot. Yeah, and he got in. So why isn't our main striker, who's an experienced one, by the way, won lots of trophies with Sporting Lisbon, yeah, been in that fight in Europe with Manchester City, Real Madrid, and all these other teams, yeah, and had good games with them. Scored over 100 goals in 2 seasons, bro. And you're telling me he can't make good runs to certain positions to get goals? Throw away that argument, that narrative that most of our chances usually do come from our outlets, or most of our outlet players will do critically more well in terms of scoring goals because of their position and how Arteta uses the wings. But Trossard wasn't in the wing when he scored. He found himself space outside the 18-yard box. Same thing with Martin Zubimendi. If a defensive midfielder can critically understand with much vision where Odegaard is going to send that ball through, and immediately Odegaard was wresting that ball away from the Aston Villa player. Zubimendi has already gotten his run. Straight up, he was already running. He already knew what Odegaard was going to do. Odegaard split that pass up, split the defense open, tap, boom, man is already there on his way, goal. Why is other Gyökeres not situating himself in these places and not making those runs?
Yeah. I mean, looking into Bournemouth, then they've had a massive drop off. They're 15th. They're 15th, 23 points. They're only 2 above Leeds, who are in 16th, right? I think they're only
Mm,
5 above Nottingham Forest, who are in 17th. You know, considering all the hype around their manager, you know, who had a good season last year. You know, let's not forget he did the double over us, beat us home and away.
mm,
Um, he had a good start to the season, but they completely dropped off. Obviously, I've saw you seen a news. Semenyo will be playing
mhm.
against us. And
Oh my God.
no doubt this will be his last game, because you know what, Tony? I think there's some dark arts going on here, Tony, with Man City. Why haven't they signed him yet? They know he's playing Arsenal, Tony. And if he's playing
Yeah,
against Arsenal, it's a strong point for Bournemouth. He's one of their best players. So of course they're giving him his last game against Arsenal, so they can, you know, just
yeah,
in case he can dunk on us or something, yeah, and then they end up
yeah,
beating us.
exactly.
That's the mind games
Yeah,
I'm looking at Man City, yeah. But no doubt, as soon as he finishes the game against Arsenal, that's his last game for Bournemouth, yeah. And
yeah.
the next 2 days he signs like Man City, people. But he's gonna be there. He's gonna be playing for them. Away from home, of course, 5:30 kickoff.
Mm.
Obviously, we are 4 points clear. We have a chance to go 7.
7 points ahead of
A
Man
chance to
City.
go 7 before
Although we'll
City
be
play
playing at the same
Chelsea.
time though. Anyway.
No, Man City play Chelsea on Sunday, don't they?
No, I think it's on the same. It's on the same day, same time.
We play on Saturday, tomorrow 5:30, and I think City and Chelsea play Let me check. Man City, Chelsea.
Please check, bro. I heard
They
it's gonna be
play
on the same day,
they
same
play
time.
Sunday. They play Sunday at 5:30. We
Oh, they
play
play Sunday. Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. So we have the chance of actually getting 7 points ahead in the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a big one.
exactly. So yeah, Bournemouth away. I think
Mhm.
feeling very, very confident. What about you, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling confident, bro. I'm feeling very, very, very confident. I mean, after beating Aston Villa, and again, that's what those kind of wins do for you. Yeah, I mean, big win against Aston Villa, one of your biggest rivals for the title this season in its context, in its contextual meaning. And again, haven't scored some certain kind of open play goals. It just kind of like just throws away those excuses of own goal FC, corner kick FC, when you get your leaders back playing and they're running wild and free all over the pitch. I'm talking of Gabriel Magalhaes back from the dead to lead the team yet again. Yeah, people set piece, big worry. Defenders in defending is also a big, big, big towering force down there. So right now, yeah, it doesn't just only help us in terms of this Gabriel Magalhaes thing, and this is what people don't really want to pay attention to. Magalhaes is the leader, bro. He's the leader, bro.
Oh, facts.
Bro,
Facts.
uh, bro, see, yeah, from the standpoint of our defense, yeah, I was looking at Nkapie and Duran Timber, yeah, and even Mosquera when Mosquera was playing when Saliba was out injured, yeah, when they played together with Nkapie and Timber, our back four was so jittery, bro. They were shaking in the boots. There was no composure. There was no balance. I mean, they were just hastily playing from the back, and that's not the Arsenal way. The Arsenal way is that we build up from the back with lots of patience and with lots of composure, and then we have those a swift transition into the midfield, and then gets into our wide players. That's how we play. There's always that composure, always that patience, laying the building blocks from the back. But when Timber and Incape were playing, bro, it was non-existent, bro. Yes, they were good defenders. Yeah, they were putting their bodies on the line. I completely get that, but the togetherness was not there, and that was a big, 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 massive problem for Arsenal because we're imbuing from the back with such composure and with such balance at the back. Right now, Gabriel Magalhaes coming back. You saw what happened there, bro. We're playing. I mean, with such patience, with such composure. I mean, everything was going smoothly at the back, and I like powering defenders that like to defend. Gabriel Magalhaes, he loves to defend. He's blocking out balls, making tackles, he's backing out orders. We finally got our leader back. That's what I want to see. Unfortunately for these rivals, this guy that would also bring that balance and that composed building blocks back to our defense, is also the face of terror in front
Mm.
of goal. It's also the face of
Yeah.
extremism in front of goal, bro. So, I mean, imagine this terror, yeah, being a leader in the team, being the boss at the back,
Yeah. Yeah.
being a terror, bro, in front of goal. What else do we need? So, I mean, we've gotten all ammunitions back right now, and our defense is solid right now. Going forward, set pieces were also locked in that one. So it's all good. And now we now have Odegaard. By the way, Odegaard's form and fitness levels have been called to question over recent weeks. But right now, he's back now. He scored a goal against Brighton. He's back now, giving passes to Martin Zubimendi. People, I'm not here to say Odegaard is the best. I'm not here to say Odegaard is back. All I'm just saying is, if we have, yeah, if we have this kind of Martin Odegaard playing in this way through these games that are coming up thing right now, yeah, people, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. Just give us this. Just give us this kind of performances, bro. It's all I ask. If Odegaard can please Odegaard, yeah, please just give us, yeah, just a bit of what you showed against Aston, a bit of it, yeah, just a little bit of what you showed against Brighton. Don't go back under your shell after this game, yeah. Just play in the same way. Just do the same job. It's simple. It's easy. The same thing, yeah, bro. This team will be firing on all cylinders, bro. I fear no one if we have that same other guard back to this team playing, creating chances, cutting defenses open, and scoring some goals for himself. How about that? If that happens, I raise my hands up and I'm okay with it. Totally, I'm okay with it. And you know what? Yeah, Bournemouth, they're not such in good form right now in the run of games they've been playing. They've been losing. Some they've been drawing
Yeah.
those games, and again, they concede lots of goals. I mean, I've been seeing Bournemouth for some reason conceding 2, 3 goals, bro. Even if they're good attacking wise, they have attacking threats that could be a big problem for Arsenal. I still do think that Evan Nielsen is a striker that raises his game whenever he plays against us. Clivert always raises his game whenever he plays against us. They still have a midfield that can always be a bigger problem. Semenya is also a
Semenyo.
bigger threat. By the way, they also have Dokes. They have Scott, who is also in the midfield too. For them to, these guys are dangerous on a very, very good day. Yeah, but it is what it is. We just have to face them. They're not really looking good
Mm.
right now. They're not winning games. I mean, they've not won in nearly 7 games, bro. If I'm,
Yeah, something like
maybe they
that,
only have
man.
one win
Something
in
like that.
about 7 games. It's
Mm.
about one win in 7 games.
It's all been
Yeah,
crashing
yeah.
down for them. It's all been
Yeah,
crashing down for
exactly.
them,
And
man.
defensively, they're crumbling like a pack of cards. Hill,
Well, they did get rid of
looking
their two
bad.
best.
Senesi, same
They
thing.
got
I mean,
they got
we
rid
have
of
to
two of
take
their best
advantage, bro.
defenders, though. That's the thing. They got rid of Howson to Madrid, and they got
Yeah,
rid of Zabrani to
true,
PSG. That
true.
they were superb for them last season.
Mm,
Have they really replaced them? No, but
mm.
I'm just looking now at their recent results, and yeah, bro, oh my god, they've not won. Tony, they've not won a game since the 26th of October. They've gone 1, 2, 3,
In
4,
about
5.
7 games, they've not won. If I'm correct, just check
They
it.
ain't won it
In about
10
seven
games,
Premier League
bro.
games, they've not won.
10 games. 10 games. Literally 10 games was 10 games without a win. 26th of
Bro,
October against Nottingham Forest, the last time they won a game, bro.
they
They've gone
won.
10 without a win.
It's
That's
crazy, bro.
crazy.
It's peak.
Bro,
It's peak.
Brentford stacked them up.
It's peak.
Brentford won 4-1.
Ooh. Oh, was it
Man
away
United
from
scored
home?
4. Man
Can
United
you
scored,
check
yeah, I
the
remember
one they've
watching them.
recently played at the Vitality Stadium?
Vitality was a 1-1 draw to Burnley.
To Burnley.
Yeah, and then they lost 1-0 to Everton at the Vitality this season.
Yeah,
They lost
yeah.
to they drew a West Ham at the Vitality 2-2.
Mm.
So
Man,
yeah,
that's
man.
crazy, man. That's crazy. We have a chance. We have a chance. We have a big chance. We have to come out with the minerals and smash this team up, bro. And again, I don't want to reiterate this all the time, but it's a must win. Not because of it's a must win to put points on the table, but it's a must win because we need a gauge against us playing against Liverpool. Because if Liverpool raise their game against us and we get a draw in that game, necessarily we're not going to relinquish the first position on the table. That's per se if Man City win their games against Chelsea and whoever they're going to be playing against next weekend. So we really, really, really need to win. But that 3 points has to be there, bro, before we face Liverpool. Because if Liverpool draw against us, we might be in a big problem if we don't win this match against Bournemouth. It's a must win.
It certainly is. Lineup wise, I mean, we got a question big up Roy every single time, by the way. He says, would you give Norgard a chance tomorrow? Would you start Norgard in the midfield? You would?
Yes. Bro, we need to rest some players, bro. It's not sustainable. Oh, Josh.
Why? Hold on.
Josh, I do endurance sports. I'm a referee myself. I have to run these distances myself, bro. Sometimes when I run these distances, sometimes it looks like I want to collapse, but I have to do it. My knees are begging for freedom. Yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
Hold on. So
it's not easy, G.
Who do we drop him for in the midfield?
Zubimendi.
No Zubimendi then, okay. Because for
no
me,
Zubimendi. Bro, even Zubimendi has played almost all the whole games for Arsenal this season, bro. Where is the rest for him?
I would like to see a more offensive midfield of Eze and Odegaard playing together like we did against West Ham. Why can't we do that, them playing together? And then maybe Zubi, or even Norgard, but maybe that's a bit of a stretch playing him and then two more attacking sort of players. Because let's be real with it, man. Like Bournemouth, man. Like, we can get out of these lot. I play them both together.
But again, that's why we should have. That's why I'm thinking of us bringing in an Eze into the midfield too.
Okay. Yeah.
So Eze can play with Odegaard. Yeah. So much creativity. If we have Gyökeres, he could find a way to score a goal. So and again, I really think that there's that understanding between Eze and Gyökeres more than Odegaard and the rest of those Orioles we have down there in the midfield. But it is what it is. I just really think that Eze can unlock things too, one-on-one, tear apart players, open up that chance for Gyökeres to actually situate himself or make some certain runs in between those defenders. And again, I think Gyökeres can take on Hill and Senesi for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I think so. He can outmuscle them. So if you have an Eze who cuts in through the midfield, you have another guard, a North guard, protecting your back four, and then you have on the other side other guard who is pulling the strings, getting the ball, carrying the ball also quite quicker, because we're going to be missing Rice, who is also a quick carrier of the ball, bumping forward from that midfield in that number 8 position. He's not going to be there because he's injured. So you do need someone like an other guard who's going to drop down deep. We need someone who's going to drop down deep. And that's part of his game. He drops down deep, get the ball, accelerates it more further, and then we can have an Eze who he can just give the ball quickly. And it 1-2 is facing a player, trying to get past them. That's the kind of player he is, the moment's player. He tries to engage the opposition one-on-one, 1v2. We also will have maybe someone like, this is also a game for a player like Madueke to come on and give this guy a little bit of a rest on the bench and come in. I'm talking of Saka. Give him a little bit of a rest. Then bring in the troops in the second half, because we have a big, massive game against Liverpool, but we have to stamp our authority on Liverpool, whether we like it or not, because they're coming with they're coming with knives, canes, everything. They're coming with Ekitike. This people, they like scoring against us. They raise the bar when they play against us. All these other teams smack Liverpool up, but we couldn't beat them. Bro, it's no joke. So we need some certain kind of player to rest up, bring them in the second half if we need to, but use some of all these players that have gotten a rest over over these weeks. Look at Eze. He hasn't played a single minute of Premiership football in 3 games, bro.
Yeah.
In 3 back-to-back Premier League games, bro. He's rested enough. Bring him for this game and give him a run out. But Madueke hasn't really played that much since he scored against Brook, bro. So he could come in fresh, for this game. Handy one. Yeah. And literally we can play with North guard, protecting our back four. And again, we don't have a problem defensively in it. So if if Saliba and Magalhaes is down there, we're pretty much protected in it. So Nordegaard has that extra layer of protection while giving Zubimendi, a starting berth from the bench can also come in handy for us because he's going to be key in that Liverpool game massively. He hates Liverpool. He doesn't. He didn't go there. He chose Liverpool in place of us. He has a. He has the. He has that chance to show Liverpool that, hey, you know what? Yeah, you escaped the first one, but this time I'm going to put it on you. I'm going to stick it up on you. That kind of a thing. Yeah. So it is what it is. But midfield of Eze, Odegaard, Nordgaard, I don't think that's bad, bro. Against the Bournemouth who hasn't put
Against
up a win.
Bournemouth, yeah.
In 10 games, bro. Come on, bro. Our depth should be doing that, bro. And then from the depth, if no one is tearing up trees, then we can rally up the troops and bring in the big boys in the second half.
So defense, just go for the full team. Rare in goal, defensively back four. I think Gabriel Saliba, 2 centre backs. I'd go Priello and Capier as a left back. I thought we had a great game against Villa. Right back will be Duran Timber. Obviously, there's no Rice, there's no Calafiori for this game, as we know. I think that's it for the injuries, if I'm not wrong. If I got anyone, let me know. But yeah, as we said, the midfield, that's fair enough there. And then the attack, obviously we spoke about the striker. For me, I'd start Jesus. Tony wants Jokeres up there, which is fair. The 2 winners then, you go Noni, because I would as well, to be fair. I'll go
with Noni. Mm-hmm.
And then left,
just someone who will put pressure. Someone who will put pressure on that Bournemouth defense. Like I've told you, they've considered a tremendous amount of goals during these weeks. They've not won games. Yeah, their defense are looking suspect. Jimenez suspect. Hill suspect. Senesi suspect. That kind of a team going forward. They're quite good. They have all these magicians up front, but in defense, they're really, really lacking. They're not coming with the with the backups since they've sold all of them anyway. So it should be something that we should look at that defense as a plucky one. So we need someone who would get into the final third like Madueke would do and cause a little chaos down there. However, I want someone like a Trossard to start on the left because he can give us goals and we need more pressure down there. Yeah, then maybe in the second half when they have tired legs in that defense, then we can introduce Martinez to wear them down and then maybe someone like Jesus to come down in the second half to just use his bit of technical ability to just help us out and just get put us in in an advantage and maybe scoring a goal or holding up play when we do need the ball to be held up the pitch.
Sorry, how many changes do we want to make? We've made 3 changes, my friend. Eze comes in the midfield instead of someone like Marino. So we play Eze and Odegaard together. Then you have Noni coming in on the win, and then Jesus. There's 3 changes, my friend. It's not like we're changing the whole team around. It's the same back four that he played effectively against Villa. We got injury to Rice, injury to Cala. It's 3 changes, man. It's 3 changes. It's not.
And again, don't be surprised. Merino could come up front on the day. Merino could be used up front with the manager. Merino could be used up front instead of Gyökeres tomorrow. It's very possible.
Yeah. So prediction, Tony. I've gone 2-0. I've gone 2-0 Arsenal clean sheet, and you?
I'm not giving us a clean sheet. I don't think defensively we're completely there yet. Even if Gabriel is back, I still think there'll still be some little form of unsteadiness in that back four for now until maybe at least after the Liverpool game. I think it's going to be a 2-1 game. I think we'll win 2-1.
2-1, okay.
I think we'll control the midfield. But there'll be some nervy moments in that game. And if Semenyo is playing, as we now heard that he's going to play, there's a goal stinking around that game, bro. If Semenyo plays.
Yeah, true.
A goal stinks
good player
there,
man.
Yeah.
Good player there, to be fair, for City. But yeah, just read his comment. Gabriel's match for Arsenal. You can see what you can see when he came back. Should be the captain. Arsenal through and through. loves the club, scores goals. His record last 5 years, and I 100% agree.
Yeah.
We did speak about Gabriel a bit earlier on, but yeah, we said very similar, my friend, very similar. So yeah, Creo is in the building. Happy New Year, Creo, to you, my friend. Still repping
Happy
the
Creo.
Jokeres,
Happy
the
Creo.
Jokeres profile picture as well. um, use Tony as a 9.
Big up
Big
to
up,
Nens,
man.
LFC,
Big
Liverpool
up,
fan.
man.
People subscribe to that guy, yeah.
Gunner for Life's gone 3-1. Big up Gunner for Life. Creo's gone 2-0. I've gone 2-0 as well. So there we go. But I think that's that,
Yeah.
man. I think that's that. Tony,
Yeah, that's it. Please
I know you
make
got
sure
a
you
show.
redirect. Make sure you redirect
Yes,
to
let me
my channel. I have
try
a show
and
with Oregon Gunner now, please, yeah. And
let me
please,
try and
everyone here, please
redirect.
subscribe to my channel. Yeah, show us some love, yeah, people.
Let me see if I can redirect to your show, bro, with Dow. Bless up Dow
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
because
man.
I have Oregon Gunner
Here we go.
on our
This is the
show
one. Right,
in about
guys.
6 minutes.
So you can catch Tony again on his channel for another show of Oregon Goon Dow. He's an absolute real one, man. That guy, top guy, is going to be.
Yeah,
He
top
always has
guy,
a great
Oregon
show.
Gunner, yeah.
But Tony, man, first show of 2026. Thank you as always, my friend. And
Yeah, man.
anything you want to shout out before we get out of it?
See, yeah, Josh, big up to you, man. I mean, another year. See, people, yeah. Josh, you're in what number right now? What are your numbers right now? Your subscribers right now?
20.8 now.
People,
20.8K.
20.8 people. 20.8. That's my boy, bro. That's my guy. That's my
Love,
G.
bro.
See, people, yeah. Thanks for all your support for Josh, people. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, because and this is me. Whenever I see people who put in the work, I'm always very happy for for these people. Yeah, and for Josh, I'm genuinely very very happy, bro, for him because he's put in work into his channel, bro. Every time I see this guy just putting shows, doing this, doing that, trying to elevate the game, trying to do certain things to his channel, is actually going to the field sometimes, watching the games, bro. These things cost time, it costs money, it's giving a lot to the channel, people. Because I'm see people, yeah, you might not take this seriously, yeah, but I take it very, very serious. People that give their time, their life, yeah, part of their time. Josh could be
Mm.
out there doing something, with the guys drinking, with the boys, with his
Yeah,
girlfriends, doing what up.
yeah.
But it's out here, and I'm not saying that it's not good to, be with the guys or be with your girlfriend or whatever. But people, when you see people just give their time, yeah, to you just for your viewing pleasure, yeah, for your own excitement, people. You just have to give the Don DeMarcos to them. And Josh, I give you the Don DeMarcos, bro. Big up to
Thank you,
you. A
bro.
more greater year for you, my brother. And we keep growing and we keep going, my bro. All love from here, bro. We
100%,
keep
man.
growing, bro. People, support me on my channel. Despite my guys in 20 point something K, I'm still in a mega, 3 point something. So guys, show me some love. It's simple, it's easy. I'm a big fish in a small pond per se right now. So you guys get me up there, get me to be swimming with the sharks like Josh. So yeah, I
100%,
have a
bro.
show right now with Oregon Gunner people, and show up, subscribe to the channel, and show us some love about that, people.
Well, yeah. Anyone in my chat, we're gonna send you guys over to Tony right now. So go over to there, and if you're not, if you're, you should be already, but as subscribe to the guy, man. So this show every single week we're doing, guys. Arsenal Uncensored, people. Every single, win, lose or draw, we'll be here every single week. Ideally, every single Friday, talking about everything about this club, man. So big at everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Fridays, people. We'll be back tomorrow doing the Bournemouth game, of course. We'll see you guys there. Take care, everyone.
That's
We're
it.
gonna send you over to Tony's channel right now. So yeah, go there, smash likes on his stream as well. And yeah,
Thank
from
you,
me and
people.
Tony,
And you
have
people,
a good
please
one.
make sure you remember we'll be back for the Champions League night. Is back January,
Yes,
people.
Champions
I can't
League,
wait for that
Champions
one.
League.
Me, Josh,
Inter,
Rory, people, we're back. We're back.
Inter,
Catch you guys.